Yes, thank you, Sunita. Yeah, okay. So let's move on. Okay, today we thought before we go on some more tools of self-directed learning. We thought we can little pause and start understanding what are the different aspects of doing, which is one of the part of our SDL form. Just 1 minute. Yeah. Um, so I think today's session, I can't bring the action in front of you through children. So I thought I'd just bring some videos. Before that, let's do a little reflection. Let's use the car. Some of our children likes car. Some of us also likes car. When you think of a car, what comes in your mind? Maybe you can type in the chat window. What comes in your mind when you think of car? Speed, journey. Yeah. Transport, convenience, fear, control. Okay, I'll bring you back to the car. Car is an object. When you think of a car, someone said speed. Yeah, can you hear my voice now? Pranesh saying I was cracking. It should be clear now. Okay, so I want to bring you back to the car as an object. What all comes in your mind? Hello, can you hear me? Okay, I'll try to be as still as possible. Okay, gear, brake, yeah, accelerator, a toy. Okay, so what we can do is we can, I can add few more parts of the car for you. Things like headlights, steering wheel, maybe brake, maybe accelerator, side mirror, rear view mirror. Choose any 3 or 4 parts of the car and try to relate your last week thinking, using or relating those parts. For example, you might say headlight and you would like to reflect what happened in your week last week, or what made your day brighten up. So you relate your week and reflect through the parts of the car using the analogy of different parts of the car. So maybe a headlight, what brightened you? Maybe steering wheel, what made you give you direction? Maybe brake, what stopped you? These are just an example. You can, yeah, okay, just give me some, my voice is very feeble. Let me check. Is it better? Okay. So I'll repeat. Okay. So maybe you can just little imagine your car, maybe not your car, maybe this car which is there on the screen right now. is okay. It's again correct. Just give me some time.
We'll try connecting through media.
Are you able to hear us? He's calling for. Hello, are you able to hear us?
Yes, Ratnesh, we can hear you.
Okay, this is better. Okay. Right. So, yeah, I've just we tried connecting through a different device so that the voice is better. Let's see. So, I'm assuming you are relating your week with some parts of the car, and yeah, maybe you can also share if you've already done with few parts of the car. You can share how. Well, how does this feel? What do you think about it? Not feel. How does it? What do you think about this? This whole thing about relating uh, parts of your car to your week, kind of using a visual analogy. Could you pick up some aspects of your week which you per se didn't think about? Right. Yeah. So our idea has been to show you just as examples, different tools that you can use for reflecting with yourself, with the child amongst themselves, the whole family together, however you want to reflect. This is obviously a visual analogy where we take up known objects, take some parts of it, take some characteristics, and relate to ourselves. And like that, there can be many more ways of reflecting, or many other aspects that we can reflect. Yeah. So this was just as a startup. The idea is, if you see the slide, we go back to the thought that the whole journey is to understand oneself, and that is what, as Krishnamurti said, is education all about, right? So okay, let's move ahead. As Aditi was sharing, that today let's focus on doing, right? So what we are going to do is show you some videos of children doing different things, and after a set of videos, uh, we will discuss those videos. So straight away, don't start sharing about the videos. Um, a little bit about the video is given on the slide. Like this first video is.
Yeah, I'm back, Aditya. So yes, let me just show the video, and it happens that once in a while we put up our shop outside our kitchen, and you can buy. You are given the budget. Only constraint is that you have to. There are certain, maybe the math applications required, right from 4-year-old to 40-year-old. All they have to put their known and unknown mathematical applications to buy those things, and that's all. So I'll just play a video for you. Just give me a yes in chat window that you're able to see the and hear. Okay. Yeah. Thanks. Yeah. Okay. Let me play one more video.
Audio. Was the audio also clear? Just wanted to check. Okay, you could hear.
Yeah, thank you. So this was they needed hot water to make to bath, and when they started making fire, we have we have chulas, not other mediums of making the water hot. While they were making, one of them got the idea why to use, actually matchbox got over with them. One of them got the idea, let's use the magnifying glass, and it was sunny, and one brought, and then other brought. Okay, so some of the videos I'm not playing full, maybe just little glimpses, just to get the idea. There's one more video which I would like to play, is this child, he likes making anything out of paper, and he imagines and he makes things. Very rarely he does look into the videos and other stuff to polish his origami, but he does a lot of things through his imagination. And during one of the opportunities, he was asked to design a toy for a company, and he came up with his idea. Yeah, let me play the video.
So the head, that like 3 heads with the feet motion from it, you can dislocate and put it back. For that, we can play around with it and keep it and should add more joints to it as put it in wood, and you can get bigger, longer, and multiple joints. Right now, it's just a mess. So that's that. Can you share a little about the face and how did you get it? You were saying about that you can play at the dice also. So there are different ways for it. Suppose this is one head, I have another head with football designs or another head with dice designs. So you could do many things like if you're bored with this toy and you have a friend and you want to share, you can just remove the head of the catch. So that. Yeah.
Okay.
Right. So we saw about 3 videos. What are your thoughts? Some thoughts after seeing these videos, not as on individual video, but as overall thought about doing. You can share it in the chat window. You can come on voice, however you want. Okay. Ritu, you are challenged with ideas. Are children also challenged with ideas? Yeah. Jinal is saying freedom gives a chance to explore. Yeah. So Ritu, there lies the answer. If we give them that space, I don't think we don't need to really think too much. We just need to allow them the space to come up with their own. Yeah, we can always put constraints. Yeah, given a problem, they find solutions. So we can always create problems from them. I guess the two, you must be good at that. We all as parents can create problems for children. Matchstick nahi hai. You have to design this. This is not okay. This much is the budget. We can always create problems for them. Right. So that's one way of doing. Yeah, getting them to do by creating problems. Like in a way, our good old coronavirus has created problems for all of us, and then we are able to create. So we come up with new ideas of how to engage with ourselves. Yeah, so in some ways, Ritu, if you look at the slide also and others, that it's saying that we have to look at them as capable of creating their own learning. Uh, then it becomes much easier, right? They will operate from their interest, and uh, they will operate from their strengths, their ideas. They may not go as per any curriculum. Yeah. And yes, as Ashi is mentioning, that they get to think a lot, and Bhavika is saying they get motivation. Let's watch more videos and see what all they do, what all they get by, or rather we get by doing. Yeah. So here is one more.
Okay, so I'll not talk much about this video. Let's watch and then maybe I can little more brief.
So when you got to know about this kind of making, what was your thought?
First thought of making a plastic fish tank was
We can't hear Aditi.
Okay, just give me, let me check.
Okay, maybe they were hearing through this.
Okay. I'll start it again.
What's going on?
You got to know about this kind of making, what was your thought?
first thought of making a plastic fish tank was I thought it wouldn't it's waste and that it would break really quick. But when I made it, I realized that it works.
Okay. What are the different things you did in this?
So first, me and my mentor bought these two things, water cans. Then we took a drilling machine and drilled these holes on both of them. And then you heated up the glass and then made that hole. Just like that. So we heated up the glass, exact of this, and then we pressed here and here. Of course, Ratnesh did. My mentor did that work, and then we put this bottle inside.
Okay.
Then with this silicone gun, we put this silicone glue onto this, and now it's able to take water.
So while you were working, what was in your mind when you were joining? When you were
Like it was good to be working on a new thing, but my mentor, he used to get all sorts of crazy ideas, and I would take all of them up. Like I wanted to put a PVC pipe instead of a water bottle.
okay?
But then one of the kids told me putting a water bottle will be better, cooler. You can see the fish. So I was like, okay, and yeah.
Okay. And what were your thoughts when you were doing? I can do. I can't do it. Why to do it stuff?
Like I thought I would fail.
Okay. And what are your thoughts about failing?
I don't like failing.
Okay.
So failing is like I kind of get depressed when I fail,
Okay.
and I feel it's not worth it.
Okay. So you did not want to start only.
Yeah, like I wanted to start
Okay.
because I knew if I would make it, I could put fish, which I wanted. So that's the only thing motivated me to make it, so that I can put new fish into it.
And how are you feeling now?
I'm feeling pretty good because it can hold water.
And about yourself?
I feel pretty good. I'm confident that I can make more.
Okay. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay. So I don't think I need to say much about this video. I'll put the next one. We'll watch again couple of them. And then a little munch over it. Yeah. So this is one. We needed a biogas plant for our kitchen waste, and one of the things which we had campus is that maybe next session also we will talk about the environment. So one of the things which we have as campus is that can we create a space which by usage can bring learning for anybody who is using that, and that's where the biogas plant came. And when it came that we thought we will not buy the ready-made, we will make it on our own. But the thought of making a biogas plant by a child himself looked quite huge and humongous. So one of the resource person joined, children connected with him, did a lot of things with him before we started this action. And then finally the action began. And let me just share a few glimpses of that action. Okay. Let me show one more video. The story of this is someone gave or someone got the idea, let's make a rocket launcher. It was hot, and few rocket launchers they made, and they failed. Let's see what happens with this rocket launcher.
Okay. Yes.
Okay, let me move to one more.
This much little. The second day I learned this much. Third day this much. Then fourth day little I learned. Then fifth day I learned fully.
Okay, so
Right. So thoughts from all these videos, what is ringing in your mind? You can share on audio, on chat, however. Yeah, I think Hiral, you have raised hand. You can go ahead. You can unmute and talk if you want to come on the mic. Yeah, Ankur is saying so much confidence. I would say, Ankur, it's the other way around. First you do, you fail, you go through low confidence, then maybe you get good confidence. So it can be either which way. Confidence is actually immaterial. The doing part is more important. Yeah, I think the problem that happens is that we start giving importance to learning and not importance to doing. As in, when I say learning, I mean the outcome. Okay, so what did you learn? Aaj kya learn kiya? What did you learn today? I guess that that becomes complicated, right? Uh, uh, but if we let the core ingredients of observing, trying, failing, uh, let these be there, then any activity, including swimming, Bhavika, can be learned. Both my children had never gone to any swimming classes, but they are good swimmers just by their own, just by doing these, observing, trying, failing, just by being in the water, being with the water, even fearing the water initially, and then developing their own sense of joy over it. So as somebody else was mentioning, it requires quite a lot of thinking skills, not just critical thinking skills. It requires a lot of thinking skills, but somewhere we are too caught up with, when will you learn, why didn't you learn, how much did you learn, what did you learn. So if you kick learning out of the whole scene, just sit back and do or enjoy doing and enjoy their doing, then I think the learning will be automatic, and it may come in very different ways, in very different flavors, at very different point of time than what you are thinking. In fact, you shouldn't be thinking of learning. So I think that is what is important, and then the side effects of competition, confidence and self belief and all is obvious. So that's the way we look at it, and that's why doing is the core uh, of self-directed learning. In fact, if you come here and ask a child what's the spelling of Aarohi, they will say DOING. So they understand they understand the core importance of doing in self-directed learning. I mean, that is the main thing.
My back is standing.
Right. Over to you, Aditi.
Okay, I have some more for today. So we have every day in the evening, 7 to 8, we all meet together and we do different things. So one of this, we announced that teach a dance step to any partner, choose a partner, and create a dance show. Uh, we call it Thought Club in the night. So it was not only about that. I think everybody got a minute or so to share their dance with the community, but the joy was the whole day. Uh, People are teaching each other, they are discussing, debating, choosing. There was another constraint, and it has to be from a different culture. Then, like, we have multicultural children here or people here. So it should not be the same culture as any one of them. So they had to now look beyond their comfort zone, look outside, and including us. So watch this video, and then we'll go ahead.
I'm busy.
Okay, this was Ratnesh dancing on Bajirao. Okay, I have one more in the series. This was the occasion where we do have a concept called safety training, and we bring different aspects of safety. So one of the training was that you have to teach others or demonstrate. There was a safety mela kind of a thing, and each one of them was supposed to teach others. And again, it's not that at that moment what happened, but then beyond that what happened is that's what.
Stuff that will hurt the person, right? So you bring here. Okay, so there's bone sticking out. So you put one stick over here, one stick on this side, and one stick under. Okay, so you must be very careful not to touch the bone that's like sticking out, right? So imaginary, if held it, okay, so and then you tie. So again, 3 cloths, one on the top, this, tight, make sure not to hurt the person though. Okay, and then
Okay, next one, I'm not briefing much. I think the video itself talks a lot.
we're making a cardboard this thing to make a car which is react and move so I don't fly now. I should make this to fly That's my challenging thing. And not very challenging because I can use it by this. Exactly. What? I think I did it half. I think there is. Sir, please. No. Half. That is an option. So I should do something. There's some idiot is doing the thing. That's called Sahil. Is very abundant. You can only zoom that much of thing. I did it. What is it? This. Hello. Let me see. Auntie is calling you. Let me Shakti is calling you. Oh, wow. Is it done?
Okay, so now this requires a lot of explanation from my side. Over to Ratnesh.
Okay, like before, what thoughts are creeping and crawling in your mind? Please share after seeing some of these videos. Right. Okay. You're saying peer learning. Yeah, working together does that. Yeah, they are enthusiastic, definitely. I guess all of us are enthusiastic. We like doing things. Most of us, especially whatever interests us. I think that's an important point. Free mind is creative and innovative. Yeah. So, right. I think that you've kind of said that thought that I was about to say that. Yeah. When the structure is not the king. So when we destroy, or rather, deprioritize the structure and prioritize the child. So then we free the child and free the mind, and we accept the children with all their uh, failings and succeedings and all their limitations as well as the unlimitations and so on. Yeah. So then yes, then the whole thing goes on a lovely trip, right? Um, so that's the whole idea. I think you very rightly said it's the freeing of the child from structure, not just from results, but also from structure, from method, from a particular way of doing it to your way of doing it. Yeah.
Okay, so next I have series of 3 videos which I'll play one after another, and all 3 are knitted with the same story. So let's see how it goes.
By rocks and Auntie told to do something else to entertain yourself. When I heard the word entertainment, I thought of a sled. That if it was a bit slidey, we could have taken a sled and do it here. And this guy thought of wheels. Auntie. And Leela auntie said, why are you doing so can do another like so then I got an idea to make that. And I was scared, and I was sitting and thinking of that. About that only. And to start it out, like we'll take Drupad skateboard and try it first, and then if we are successful, we'll try making our own. And When I was sitting in that time I got an idea.
Okay.
Yeah, they are using for spring, but it will be always in rain. Anyway, it's not the same. But we can do for some things for what Leland is saying. Then I got an idea from that.
Okay. And now you have the whole team who is working with you.
Yeah.
Tell me,
take a grass.
tell me what is the team doing here?
Some of the grass here, so we're putting mud and grass so the rock stays stable and we can go more. And we're taking the all thorny plants. For that it will be good and it fell down also will not do anything.
Oh,
But because
yes.
We are removing the cactus also.
Cactus. Oh, thorns.
When by mistake we took in sitting the cactus, by mistake I took little came very down.
Okay, so you're going to clear up this whole area.
What I'm going to do mean, cactus is so dangerous because when I put the hand, that's the stick then.
Okay.
Then I took the bleeding to us.
Okay, so you're going to clear it up.
Yeah.
Okay, and these thorns also you're going to clear up. So, and somebody told me this rock. What are you going to make? Rock slider.
Yeah, I'm making. After it will be like so soft, and an emergency means we'll take this. That means it's an emergency also bring on.
Oh, thank you.
And the action. And let's see what happens.
Wait, progress.
Hey,
Continue.
testing starts.
No.
Ground clear.
Yeah. Ground clear. Is it really getting start, Rupal? No. You're just a bit scared of the speed. Rupal, ready?
Okay. Yeah, over to Ratnesh.
Right, Saurabh, you're most welcome to join the gang. As per their advice, just remember to wear your chaddis. If you could hear the dialogue. Yeah, so Pavi has some connections. The video may not be very clear. So when we send over the presentation, you can a little more see the videos and you can see the full duration. We are obviously pausing them in between to see all the fun. Yeah, thoughts with this series of 3? Yeah, letting them plan and execute, says Sunita. Yeah. Yes, Ashi, that's a big one. If we observe them carefully, we will learn more about doing than in any other way. Yeah. Yes, yes, Nalini. All the ingredients that you mentioned. Yeah. Yeah, yes, Saurabh. The important ingredient is to trust them with everything, including their idea of safety. Yeah, yeah. Oh yes, in fact, this story, I don't know if you caught at the beginning. They were kind of throwing stones at each other. So instead of getting into why are you doing it and blah blah blah, Leela simply suggested to them that if you want to work with stone, do something else, which is entertaining but not hurting, and not hurting in the sense of how they were throwing stones. So they came up with this. It was a little hurty, but these are the kind of hurts that children like. These are their trophies. Yeah, right. So the whole idea then moves away. A lot of people ask, so what about assessment? What about measurement? What about how much are they learning or how well are they learning? I think when we are kind of married to doing, we don't really think about all of these things. And that is what life is all about. It's not about how well you fared, but I guess what you did.
Yeah, I want to bring attention here at this moment when children are at home, at least for a month in summer, they are going to be at home. Uh, at least home's environment can take them away from this whole concept of uh, have you you know done up to that mark or not. If that is also can be given to the children, then I think we are still they're getting something. So I'm not saying that all the schools should stop now for marks and other things of performance. No, we are not saying. We are saying let's begin with us and at homes, and that's precisely we thought of sharing our insights with parents at home, that at home we can create magic for our children. Let me put another video. And uh, so there was a whatever the one of the opportunity to teach pre-primary children in a government school. So it's not much about, in fact the video it shows that what they were doing in the government school, but I think the whole journey was much more about to think and plan. uh, First question came up with who's our audience, what are their needs. Then someone came up with the thought that I don't know Tamil or Kannada, then I need a partner who can help me with translating. What is the age of the children, and lots of different things, and what they design, it was like catering to that audience, and they just did it. Yeah, let me go to the next one. uh, he likes history and reads a lot of Amar Chitrakatha. And with Amar Chitrakatha, he also reads a lot of other stuff on history, and he likes to share with people. So this 15th August, he wanted to give a speech to a group of people, but the group was not ready to listen, or maybe they didn't have the time. Also, it um, uh, didn't come out. So he decided to give a speech to me and ask me to take a video of himself and a little bit of his preparation here.
Today we have gathered here to celebrate this great Indian national event. India got independence on 15th August 1947 from the British rule. After independence, we got all the fundamental rights in our own nation, our motherland. We all should feel proud to be an Indian and admire our fortune that took birth on the land of
There's another video. This this child is our electrician, and every month when we review our planning, we ask them, do you really want to do the electrician work? And his answer has been till now yes. So one day I decided to understand what's in his mind, and then I captured this video.
Tell me what you're doing.
So this thing was loose.
What is this thing?
It's for the DC charger
Okay.
area. So it was loose. So I put it back. I removed this. Then I had to close this back. Then so now that time it didn't work. So we put some cloths so it doesn't come out. So we put it and put this. Put this. Now it's ready. Say a few minutes it works.
Ah, okay. So what all do you do in electrical work here at campus?
Campus we put bulbs, wiring from the bulb to wherever the main area, and this kind of work.
What do you like in electrical work?
Connecting, fixing bulbs, and like
Okay, thank you.
Okay, this one is a quite old video, and I think wind is also there. Let's see how best we can watch this video, the next one.
This was a kitchen garden.
Okay, this board, okay, this table, okay. Okay, applause.
But those are not vegetables.
Show me some vegetables.
No, there are no more vegetable plants. All in here we had this one. This is a tomato plant. Before we had tomato plants there, coriander lettuce, here onions, palak. Then
Board there, right?
bindi. There we had this. Until this is here we had such a big creeper of bitter gourd and a small baby. Not bitter gourd.
I can imagine. Yes, I can see
And
that.
small baby red gourd also there. But then the goat take it up. And it has yeah, baby Loki.
Okay, so tell me more about your kitchen garden.
Auntie, we didn't water it well, we didn't protect it well, and we didn't give it good manure and all. So and then lots of trucks or tons of trucks went over it, and then
Okay.
so now we plan to make a kitchen garden there next to the kitchen where we will. Because we stay every day, we'll nurture the garden and take care of it. I hope to supply with.
Hope you got this video. So the kitchen garden was completely mashed up by trucks which were bringing the building material for the building which was coming up. So that was the story of kitchen garden. Yeah, over to Ratnesh.
Yeah, your thoughts, please. Yeah. I think responsibility part is quite important. Yeah. Yeah, so the key thought that I wanted to share was the difference between consumption and production. uh, in one sentence, I can say if I want to get wealthy in life, as in terms of money, I need to earn more than I spend, right? So that will give me monetary wealth if I earn more than I can spend. In the same way, if I can, in terms of doing, produce more than I can consume, as in, let's say if I produce more vegetables than I can consume, if I can produce more art than I can enjoy art, if I can produce movies instead of just seeing movies and so on, then I become intellectually wealthy. So we say the way to become intellectually wealthy is to do more than, or to produce more than what we can consume. And obviously, production is complex and very exciting. I guess that's, at least that's what we have learned from children. They love those responsibilities of creating things, producing things, rather than just consuming.
Okay, let's move. It's uh, I selected this video because such kind of things, these tiny little things keep happening within our homes, just little outside our home, but maybe we may be missing catching them. So I thought let me just bring attention to what's happening in this video. Okay. This one, next one, I'm not playing from the beginning. So maybe if you want, you can later on watch it when he started from the first take. I thought of bringing attention to the conversation which I had with him towards the end of this video.
I did the next. I what to say? I didn't like his which will bend.
Acha, it is bending. So you want to do something else about it so it doesn't bend?
Yes.
What?
I want to learn. I want to start doing that.
Okay. And how do you want to do that?
I want when I'm doing it should be correct sticks. Nice.
Like? Correct sticks means?
Correct sticks. It's not cotton. Yeah.
What?
If I not cut here, it will be square. You need just like when I was good, it should be correct.
Correct. Okay, so maybe the video volume was little low. This child picked up these sticks which we got from the junk from mm, one of our parent has a toy factory, and this child saw video of Leonardo Bridge and he got excited. He started making it, but the bridge was falling one side and he didn't like that idea. And my conversation with him was to understand how he wants to make it. He said, I want to make it better. And he came up with his own realization that the sticks are not of same size. Maybe they are not cut properly at one end. I'll share this video with you. Maybe you can see it again. So that's about this video and your thoughts.
Right. So we just wanted to underline that when we give them the space for learning, they also realize, the space for doing, they realize their own responsibility for learning. So then they ask for it. They come back and say, I want to learn this. Can somebody teach me this? Do you know this? Or do you have somebody who can show me this? So then the demand, somewhere from deep inside, I guess, comes from them. And, and then they are ready to kind of grasp it with both the hands the moment there's a guide or a mentor to take them forward.
Okay, so a small little story. We've been talking so much about doing, so I thought I'll bring a different perspective on doing through this story. Just wanted to check all of you are able to hear me. Okay, fine. So this story goes like that. This child is sitting at the edge of a lake, and a passerby asked, "What are you doing?" The boy said nothing, and the passerby said, "Do something productive." Um, another one came and asked the same question, "What are you doing?" So the boy this time thought and said, "I'm thinking." And the passerby was satisfied with this answer. And then the boy soon learned that what to answer to the passerby. And in this, uh, one child passed by and similar age, and the child asked, "What are you doing?" And the boy said, "Nothing." And the another child nodded, and they both joined sitting together doing nothing.
Yeah. So the importance of letting go to that extent that we are okay with doing nothing. And when that letting go happens, then a lot of our other interactions. I think that when the letting go happens from deep inside us, then all our interactions are welcome. I often talk to parents talking about the concept of pushing without expectation, and they say, how can you push without expectation? So this is what it is. When you let go, but you can still push, you can still give ideas, you can still bring resources, you can still create constraint, create problems, and so on. But yeah, it is without, if that push is without any expectations, without any, not just expectations of learning, but even expectations of doing, when we are okay with the nothingness uh, 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 of, of, of doing, then it's wonderful. Yeah.
Yeah, so we thought we'll take you through some of the ideas which you as parent or facilitator or a guide can equip yourself to throw it to the children, as Ratnesh said, that then some of you expressed in different ways that, I'm out of ideas. What is that? Do I need to do? Can you hear me? Is it better, Ranesh? Okay, fine. So I'll repeat what I said last, is that some of you have been sharing that maybe you're a little out of idea on how do we create these doing experiences for our children. So I thought we can bring some of the insights which we have got from our working with children. But before that, since I was heavy on video today, I thought I'll show you a video and then we'll co-create what are the different things we can offer to our children. So this video I've got consciously with lyrics, so maybe some of you are not able to follow what's the conversation happening, the lyrics are there.
Tell me the duck story. Bum, bum, bum. Ba-dum, ba-dum. A duck walked up to a lemonade stand and he said to the man, run in the stand. Hey, bum, bum, bum. Got any grapes? The man said, no, we just sell lemonade, but it's cold and it's fresh and it's all homemade. Can I get you a glass? The duck said, I'll pass. Then he waddled away, waddle, waddle, till the very next day. Bum, 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 bum. When the duck walked up to the lemonade stand, and he said to the man, run in the stand. Hey, bum, 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 got any grapes? The man said, no, like I said yesterday, we just sell lemonade, okay? Why not give it a try? The duck said, goodbye. Then he waddled away, waddle, waddle. Then he waddled away, waddle, waddle. Then he waddled away, waddle, waddle, till the very next day. Bum, 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 bum. When the duck walked up to the lemonade stand, and he said to the man, run in the stand. Hey, bum, 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 got any grapes? The man said, look, this is getting old. I mean, lemonade's all we've ever sold. Why not give it a go? The duck said, how about no? Then he waddled away, waddle, waddle. Then he waddled away, waddle, waddle. Then he waddled away, waddle, waddle, till the very next day. Bum, 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 bum. When the duck walked up to the lemonade stand, and he said to the man, run in the stand. Hey, bum, 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 got any grapes? The man said, that's it. If you don't stay away, duck, I'll glue you to a tree and leave you there all day stuck. So don't get too close. The duck said, adios. Then he waddled away, waddle, waddle. Then he waddled away, waddle, waddle. Then he waddled away, waddle, waddle, till the very next day. Bum, 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 bum. When the duck walked up to the lemonade stand, he said to the man, run in the stand. Hey, bum, 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 got any glue? What? Got any glue? No, why would I? Oh, then one more question for you. Got any grapes? Bum, 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 bum. And the man just stopped. Then he started to smile. He started to laugh. He laughed for a while. He said, come on, Doc, let's walk to the store. I'll buy you some grapes, so you won't have to ask anymore. So they walked to the store, and the man bought some grapes. He gave one to the duck, and the duck said, no thanks. But you know what sounds good? It would make my day. Do you think this store? Do you think this store? Do you think this store has any lemonade? Then he waddled away, waddle, waddle. Then he waddled away.
Right. Right. So I hope you could get the story if you have not seen this before. Yeah, some of you would have seen this before. It's fairly popular on YouTube. Right. So we thought we'll just pick up a story and say, okay, if our child is involved in the story, either because the child is reading a book, or if the child is watching a movie, or we are reading with the child together, then what all can we do with this story? Right? We have read this story, we have got the story. Now, what next? Isn't story just the beginning? When the end comes, we say that's the beginning, because then we can do so many things with the story. So we've got a slide on the screen which says we can bring music into it, we can bring people into it, interpersonal, we can bring intrapersonal, as in a lot of self thought and thinking, reflection into it, or we can bring nature into it. So go ahead, please give ideas. If we have seen this duck song story with our child, so maybe I'm the child, you are the parent, and we have just seen this video and the story together. Now, what all can we do? So tell me some ideas. Okay. Yes, Jinal comes up with, let's make lemonade. Yes, we can make lemonade. Yes, Yashwadani, this is based on multiple intelligences. So we can make lemonade to start with. Yeah. More ideas, art and craft. Give a little more specific. It's almost like I am the child. So you're telling me, Ratnesh, let's go and do this. Whatever, like how Jinal said, let's make lemonade. So you have to tell me what's specific, right? We can go drawing the characters. Yeah, we can draw the characters. So this slide is more focusing on musical, interpersonal, intrapersonal, and natural. But that's okay. Let the ideas come, no issues. Yes, we can dance on this song. We can role play with the child. Yeah, I guess one can be the duck and one can be the guy or the anything else, right? We can act like duck. Yeah, we can mimic the duck and enjoy. So one way to think is think through all these four channels that are there on the slide: the musical channel, the interpersonal channel, the intrapersonal channel. Right? We can talk the whole day in the same tone.
Waddle, waddle.
Waddle waddle away, bum bum bum. Yes, we can do that. Yes, everything has to be bum 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 and waddle away. What else? What else we can? How can we bring nature into it, or we go out into the nature for it? How can we bring interpersonal into it? People, maybe neighbors, maybe friends, maybe on WhatsApp. What can we do related to this story? Suggest me ideas. I'm the child. Right? We can go ahead and compose another musical tone. Yes. Maybe this is guitar heavy. We can do with drums. We can just say beats and the whole song in a different music. Or we can go see a duck. Yes. We can observe a duck. Yes. We can do a skit. Right? We can do a skit, the same story with some twists and turns in the story. Yep. What we can do as intrapersonal meaning where I need to think about myself, I reflect, I bring up theories, I come up with philosophy. Yeah, we can make a duck soft toy, we can think like a duck. Yeah, we can respond to different situations as a duck.
Yeah, I also bring a one perspective here from the experiences which we had with children. There were some children, and it was not to do with the age, 14, 15, and another one 16. They got so much into that song that for anything in session, if they had to answer, they would bring this music, they would bring this lyrics, and soon they both would communicate. Two or three of them communicate only using this song. So I wanted to bring this perspective that sometimes we get caught up with, oh, this song or this type of thing is not for my child, or maybe my child is too small, or maybe my child is too big for this. um, I think the invitation is to just try. and maybe fail. I really don't know, maybe fail. So we want our children to fail. Let us also fail in many different ways, and then see what happens when we fail, because for failing also we need to do something. Yep. So let's come back to the ideas.
Yep, more ideas, keep them rolling in. What can we do visually? What can we do mathematically? What can we do linguistically? What can we do with our body? A lot of you were talked about skits, role plays. Yep, we can maybe set up a business of grapes or
Yeah.
lemonades.
Yeah. So Yashwadni is saying that maybe finally they do what the adults say. So uh, maybe as an adult too soon we give them the ideas. Okay, so no, now make a soft toy. Or if it is a maybe a bigger child, we'll say, okay, make another story out of it. Uh, how about just inviting them with many different ideas? And that's where we thought we bring you this frame of 8 different windows, and then hundreds of ideas within those 8 windows. Yeah.
Yeah, more ideas. I know now you should be saying, Ratnesh, what do you think? As a child, you should be inviting me. That's what Aditi is reminding. Um, yeah, but still, sometimes when we just, I like giving not one idea, because when we give one idea, we try to, and we, especially if we like the idea, we try to think the child should do that idea, because I came up with this brilliant idea. But what if we give them some, if you take this chat window and say, I've got 20 ideas for you, and then the ownership is no more with me. It's like it's got dispersed, and then the child also thinks that, oh, I can also come up with many ideas, and then the ideas and the owner of the ideas doesn't stay important. Then we get into the action.
Yeah, and one of the things which I use for myself is that I give idea and then walk away, because then I don't want to be owning that idea, and so I stop myself before I so I try this trick. I give idea and I just walk away from there.
Yeah, Ishwarni is trying to get parenting out of the stall owner. Yes. What else? What else can we do? Let's think a little more. Some more wacky, some more different ideas. Yeah, make a small storybook. Yeah, we can convert this into a book form, comic form. Yeah, we can do our own audio recording of this and say we will do an audio story of this. Running race between the duck and the lemonade seller. Yes, the lemonade seller maybe has to run with the glass of lemonade without a drop spilling. Plant a grape tree. Yes, puppet story. Okay, great. So Aditi will. Okay. So me and Aditi will take you through. We're using the framework of multiple intelligence. One doesn't need to get into the theory of multiple intelligence, or rather, there is hardly any theory. It's fairly intuitive, fairly straightforward. If we look around our life, we see that there are all kinds of things. There is movement, there is music, there are people, there is myself, there are visuals, there are words, there is logic and reasoning, and obviously there is nature. And if we explore these 8 channels, or if we look at something through these 8 windows, then we get so many ideas. So if you ever have a want of ideas, then you can just look at through these 8 windows, and I'm sure you will get lots and lots. So prompt to introduce child to these 8 slides which are coming up. The first one Aditi has put, where we can see, and these slides are just 1% of what you can do within, let's say, in this case, this we are talking about visuals, drawing, illustrating, mind maps, flow charts. Yeah, we can do a storyboard or a flow chart of this story. We can do this through photography. We can do this our own animation, right? We can do so many things which are visual, or we can just kind of meditate on this story. We can visualize what the shop seller could be thinking. We can connect to how I have felt the way the duck was feeling. I have pranked somebody or pestered or irritated somebody. We can evaluate, we can judge, we can just go through our feelings and others' feelings, and And we can question ourselves and compare ourselves with other, contrast with others, find differences and so on. We can find somebody to discuss this, to debate this. We can do something as a teamwork. We can teach people. We can even teach them this story. We can interview people, what they think about this story, or what they think about my lemonade or whatever. So I can interview possibly anybody and everybody around me. So I can get interacting with a lot of people, and yeah, we can mix music, create music, play music. We can use music to see how we want to look at something, or even look for rhythm in different things that we are doing. Right? We can physically make a model. We can invent. We can break things. We can build things. Obviously, dance, drama, movement, motion, action, games, activities. All of these things. So many action-oriented stuff. We can get a little more scientific and mathematical. We can do critical thinking. We can get into a lot of observation, experimentation, investigation, evaluation, and obviously problem solving. Get into all kinds of um, mathematical models too, as well as we can use a lot of language. We can talk about different things. We can write in different ways. Writing doesn't always mean has to be long. It can be just the key ideas. It can be thoughts. It can be what is missing, what is there, what I can research, what I can hear, what I can say, what I can report, anything. Yeah, we can obviously go outdoors, take ourselves outdoors wherever possible, or bring outdoors indoors. We can bring lots of things from nature, like that boy who was balancing rocks out of nowhere. And we can understand nature, cycles, weathers. We can wonder about a lot of things. And yeah, so the whole idea is that if you really start looking, the world is really, 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 I would say, mm, packed with ideas. We don't have to really think of the ideas. We look and we can see ideas anywhere. Right? And that is what uh, yeah, doing to us is all about. Getting or rather jumping into those ideas. So let's pause. We have few minutes, so we can take some thoughts, some to-do plans from your side. What would you like to put into action? And obviously any questions that you have. Yashwardhani is saying, Yashwardhani, it is, no, I'm not sure if interventions aren't an issue. Interventions are not an issue. But yes, it is a lot of, yeah, there's difference, it is pointing out there's difference between intervention and imposition. When we impose our curriculum, syllabuses, ideas, evaluations, judgment, then it is not self-directed. Otherwise, it's co-creation. It's togetherness, where who comes with the idea doesn't matter, who makes what doesn't matter, who fails doesn't matter. And uh, when it comes to doing, all of us are of the same age. Doers don't have age, they have only doing as their age. Yeah, just like how a 1-year-old uh, um, yeah, and a 60-year-old, I guess they're all same age doers. Yeah, so the idea is to to value this whole act of doing, and please facilitate however you feel like facilitating. I think that's not an issue. We can also fail if you observe children, and if we learn from them, learn with them, and fail with them. So our facilitation can also fall flat. In fact, I would say most of my facilitations uh, mm, go go into failure, go fatank. Right? Only some work, and that's good enough. If we keep trying, keep changing, keep exploring, just like children do. It's very exciting to have these kind of so many ideas available. Just realize that the child may not get excited in the same way as maybe me and you are right now. So that's okay if the child rejects all the 6,033 ideas that we come up with and still goes ahead and does his or her own. So I guess that's absolutely fine. Right. So maybe uh, we can end with a little story. The story is about a guy who dies and goes to reaches a gate where whatever Saint Peter is there and come in and say, here you will have nothing to worry about. You can just enjoy yourself. That's what Saint Peter says. So this guy goes in and he has nothing to do there. Everything is available to him. If he says food, food is available. If he says drinks, drinks are available. If he says dance, dance is available. People are entertaining him. So this guy enjoys it, says, wow, this is amazing. I never thought heaven would be like this. So he said, this is amazing. But after some time, after some days, he starts getting little bored. And then he goes up back to St. Peter and says, hey, ain't here anything to do? He says, no, this is what it is. You can just enjoy yourself. He says, no, I feel like doing something. He says, oh, yeah, this is how it is. It is just amazing, you can just enjoy. He says, no, I guess this is heaven and this is so amazing. So please send me to hell. I'm okay to go to hell, but I want to do something. St. Peter says, dear, this is hell. Thank you. Good day. Bye-bye.
Thank you all for listening and being here. I hope this bring one more window for you, and we create heaven for our children. Yeah, thank you all for coping up with our little technical issues. Hope to solve it soon as things come back to normal. Thank you, and we meet you back again on Thursday. Till then, happy doing. Thank you. What the order? Are you?